Welcome to the 5th episode of the Lobby Rats podcast, where we talk with entrepreneurs and innovators in Naples. Who do we have with us today?
What's up, guys? My name's Rick. I guess you could say I run the page of OnlyInNaples page, pretty much.
All right, well, to start off, how'd you get the idea for this page, and how'd you grow it to where it is today?
Well, I mean, I noticed that, like, pretty much every city in Florida has, like, a OnlyIn page. Like, you got Miami with OnlyInDade, Broward, Only in Broward. You got OnlyIn Duval with Jacksonville, etc. So I'm like, Naples doesn't fucking have one. Let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I actually didn't start it with that intention. The original Instagram was, I used to sell reptiles. So it was actually like a reptile page. I posted like my reptile videos, reptile pictures and shit.
Oh, you sold like lizards?
Lizards, snakes, monitors, frogs, you name it. So, and I used to make bank off that shit. So
Yeah.
But one day I posted like a reptile meme, like about iguanas and shit in Naples, and it kind of popped off. So I was like, all right, fuck it, another meme.
Right.
And eventually my boy, my best friend, he actually came up with the idea, like, why don't you just make like a meme page? So I was like, he's like, a Naples meme page. And then from there, that's when the idea hit me, like, start an OnlyIn page, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
And it's interesting now because it's kind of used now as like a news page almost for Naples.
yeah, I get that too. I mean, I try to be like not all news. I try to be like funny shit, entertaining stuff, like just general stuff that goes on in the area, and like Naples, Fort Myers, Marco, anywhere in between, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this all you, the page is run by, or do you have like
Just
somebody
me.
who works for you? No, just you.
me.
Just
Yeah.
you.
Right.
At one point, well, technically, like, yeah, it's just me. Literally, it's just me.
Nice.
Yeah, I get I try to get some help at one point, but after that was before I got hacked. Everybody that's been following it for the last few years knows I got hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point last year in October.
Yeah, I remember.
October, November-ish. So before I got hacked, I was gonna start like merch and add plans for this, that, and the third, and I was actually gonna have my girlfriend help me out and my best friends help me out. But after it got hacked, all that kind of changed, and after that especially, I kind of just wanted to run it by myself. You know, I was like, let me just focus on this type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you now monetize off that page?
So the way Instagram works is not like TikTok or YouTube where you could like monetize per like or per view. The way you monetize with Instagram is through advertisements and promotions with different businesses, different accounts. I have like a Cash App handle, I have a Venmo handle, I have a PayPal handle, et cetera, et cetera. So like how businesses send me, like clubs ask me, hey, can you promote this for this day? Send me X amount of money. So that's pretty much how I make money off of it. It's not a lot of money, despite what people think. I don't make thousands of dollars off this shit, you know?
Right.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just a little side hustle. I have 2 full-time jobs, so.
Talk to us about that, the 2 full-time jobs you work.
I'm a server. I serve at night, serve in the day. In the daytime, I serve at the beach at X Resort. And, yeah, at X Resort, I serve on the beach. I make a lot of money off of that, thank God. And then at nighttime, especially now in the summertime, it's a little slower, so I pick up a night shift. So I work 40 hours a week for each job, minimum.
Mm.
Initially, when you first started the account, how'd you grow exponentially?
I hate to say it like this just because it was such a messed up thing that happened, but COVID. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, people were just at home eating
Right.
shit, you know, so
Yeah.
everybody was just kind of on Instagram. And right before COVID is when I actually did start the page. And right after I started the page, that's when COVID kind of hit hard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And people were on their phones a lot more, and I kind of took advantage of that situation.
Right.
Started like posting more stuff, and it's what happened.
Yeah.
And it actually was a really slow first year, I would say. It was kind of like, looking back at what the stuff I was posting, I will admit it was kind of like corny shit or like stuff I definitely would not post now. With the knowledge I have now of Instagram and like what people like and what the people don't like, it's definitely stuff I wouldn't post now. But it was a really slow start. and it was a learning process the first year. It was like learning what to post, what not to post, what the public likes and stuff like that. And it really didn't pop off until I would say like you remember the riots and shit, like the Black Lives Matter riots.
Yeah.
So that week I got like 8,000 followers.
Wow.
That week, and then from there it was kind of like just kept going up, because when you get more followers, it's not like the same growing process as when you have a small amount of followers. Once you start getting a lot of followers, it actually grows a lot faster.
Right.
So right now I'm at like 1,000 followers a month at least. Like that's a slow month, you know. So it's been growing since then. But that's before the one that got hacked. That's
Right.
with the one that got hacked. With this one, I had to start it from scratch,
Well, yeah, I remember.
like from zero.
Oh.
But it was good though, because at least I remember when you got hacked, I was searching up OnlyInNaples, nothing showed. Only in Florida showed up.
Yeah.
What happened? But I mean, I imagine now like a lot of your followers have come back, right?
Oh yeah, and more. I got
More,
hacked
yeah.
at 40K. I'm at 62K.
Mm.
Wow, that's
yeah.
great.
Well, how did you grow from getting hacked? What was like your idea plan for that?
There was no idea planned for that, and I actually was not gonna start it again.
You were
I
just gonna
gave
end it?
up on that. I'm gonna be honest. Like that shit broke my heart, dude. I was like,
Oof.
I put a lot of time into this, so much effort, and I was making money off of that at the time, like really, really good money off of that. And when it got hacked, I just kind of like, well, fuck it. I'm not gonna start all over. It was a process. I don't want to do this all over again. But I have a really supportive girlfriend. I have a lot of very supportive friends. They're all like, nah, fuck you. It's not just about you. Like you gotta
Right.
start it
Yeah.
again. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not just about you anymore. It's like we
It's
all
like the
kind
most famous page
This
in
is like-
Naples.
this is the- yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram in Naples, you think of OnlyInNaples.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it like that. I saw it like as a me thing,
Yeah.
which was kind of selfish. But after a while, I'm just like, all right, I guess, you know, I'll start the page. And I started it with a different handle. I just added one little dot to the end just to, because the other guy owned the other handle, the OnlyNaples 239, the original handle. So I just added a dot to this one, made it as similar as I could, kept the same logo, started this from scratch.
Yeah.
Slow start again. And then I was at 20,000 followers for when Hurricane Ian hit. The week of Hurricane Ian, I skyrocketed to 45,000
Wow.
followers
That is a lot.
in 1 week.
Uh-huh.
Reason being, a lot of news stations were not posting a lot of stuff at the time, whether it be because they couldn't access certain areas or they didn't have electricity, whatnot.
Yeah.
But the way I get videos is the public sends it to me. The Naples residents, Fort Myers residents themselves are the ones that send it to me. So they were just sending me shit from their own experience, and I was just posting it. That was pretty much, from what I've been told, the most accurate news, whatever the fuck you could say about Hurricane Ian. You know, so
Yeah.
And to this day, if you go to my page, I still have it saved. Most of the stuff that was posted in that time, I pretty much have it saved. So
Yeah.
And how can you say how many people send you just storylines a day about everything that's happening in Naples?
I get like about, give or take, about 100 DMs a day.
Mm.
Just kind of go through it. Some of them are just people DMing me their personal stuff.
Yeah.
Story reshares, stuff like that, promotions. Just kind of go through that stuff. About 100.
Yeah.
And do you filter them out?
Myself, yeah. I just go through each one, dude. Like on my free time, as a server, you don't get too much free time, but in between tables, 30 minutes in between shifts, I try to go to Instagram real quick, try to do as much as I can, go to my next job. In between tables on my next job, try to do as much as I can, go to my next table. Like throughout my day, I try to do as much as I can. Which, with that being said, this is why sometimes it takes me hours to get back to people sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, it takes me like a really, really long time sometimes to actually get a handle on things, and like really, that's why on my days off I try to focus as much as I can on the page. Like I'm on there as much as I can, but on my work week it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what skills did you need to learn to be able to start this account, for example, like Photoshop maybe for the logo? Or
Actually, I'll be honest, I didn't even know how to use an iPhone properly before I started all of this.
Mhm.
I'm 33 years old. I'm like old as fuck, dude. Like I'm from like the Nokia days, bro. Like I was okay with that, you know. Like
Yeah.
like the iPhone was still kind of like a new thing to me, so I never really got into it. I really started learning how to use a phone, how to use TikTok with the graphics, the layouts, and all that stuff. That kind of helped me out. At that time, I had an office job. I was a manager at a country club at the time. So I would use like my breaks and stuff to download apps and shit like that on my computer, just trying to like fuck with it, make like memes and stuff. So marketing is the number one skill I use most right now. Like I use my insights right now for Instagram. I try to see what people like, what they don't like. A lot of companies right now, they send me like advertisements and stuff, and what I do is I'm like, hey, you should change this and that, because I know it'll do really well if you change this or that about it, or you should add this type of music in the background. I'm sure like it will change like the whole setting of the advertisement, you know. So I feel like marketing right now, and yeah, like just pretty much understanding how people work is the number one skill to have right now to run an account like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like I wouldn't call it, but something similar to social engineering, kind of knowing how people are.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. I'm just not smart enough to come up with that word, but yeah. Yeah.
Forgot my question actually. Just
Nah,
now.
you're good, dude.
But what do you plan for the future of this page? Do you just want to continue doing this, or maybe expand to other platforms?
I wanted to really focus on this, you know, because at one point I actually quit. I was working 3 jobs at a time, and I quit all 3 jobs to focus on this page at one point. Remember I was telling you before I got hacked, I was actually making a decent amount of money. I was making a decent amount of money off the page. So
To live off. Right?
yeah, and I could really just focus on that. That's why I was thinking about hiring people, starting merch and all this stuff, because I was like, I'm at that point in my life where I could. But right now I'm thinking about going like in a similar route. Maybe not hiring people, but I definitely want to go like the merch route. But I really want to connect with like other businesses in Naples, other Instagram accounts, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Really network.
What did you change after you got hacked? In terms of maybe security, so it won't happen again.
A lot of security, a lot of passwords on a lot of things. The only person right now that really knows my password is my girlfriend, for obvious reasons. Other than that, nobody really knows how to get into my Instagram. There's so many verifications you need to get into my Instagram right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody right now, not even my close friends.
Yeah.
It kind of like fucks with your trust level.
It does. Huh?
You know, so it's like you really get to like not trust anybody. To this day, and my girlfriend will tell you, to this day, I feel like it was someone close to me. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you think about it,
Yeah.
to have that much access, to know like how to even try to get in there. I did have passwords before, and someone got into my email, someone got into my phone, and the only way someone could do that is if they were close to me. Unless you're like a OG hacker type shit that you know what the fuck you're doing, but I really doubt
can't
that.
really
I
find
doubt
any of those
nowadays. No.
Yeah, for a bullshit Instagram account of
Yeah.
40K, you're gonna.
It was definitely somebody
Yeah.
close to you.
So that really fucks with your trust level. I definitely changed the people that I trust. Before, I also changed my lifestyle as well.
Okay.
I was a club rat. Before that, I would go I literally been to every club in Fort Myers and in Naples. I got invited to almost every club in the area. I used to go clubbing a lot before I got hacked. After that, it was kind of like, I noticed a lot of those people that would invite me to these places kind of stopped inviting me to go out once they found out the page was hacked. I stopped getting VIP. I stopped getting invitations and all that shit, because it's like a real superficial life. I'm gonna be real with you. It's that whole scene is completely superficial. It's just, you know. So I kind of give up on that scene. Growing up, I'm just so you know, I'm from Miami. I'm not from Naples. I moved here when I was 23. But I grew up in Miami. By the time I was 21, I went to every nightclub you could fucking think of. And it's not really something I'm interested in right now. So it changed. After that, my page got hacked. I kind of mellowed out a lot. I have a girlfriend. I'm living at home. I have a fucking cat. You know, like I'm like mellowed as fuck right now. I don't even remember the last time I drank alcohol. I don't drink alcohol anymore.
That's good.
I partake in other natural herbal activities, but I don't drink alcohol.
Of course.
Yeah.
So after you got hacked as well, darn, forgot again.
Come on, dude. I know you got it, bro.
Got it again. I was gonna say something. So again, back to have you thought about maybe making this page in TikTok, for example, or some other platform?
I've tried.
You've
I've
tried?
Yeah.
Okay.
I call it phase 1 of the page. Like before it got hacked, I call that phase 1. Phase 2 is after I got hacked, post hack. I feel like in phase 1, I tried that. I did it. I had it open for like a few months, and it really wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like with I don't know. I really tried. I literally posted the same stuff I posted on the Instagram. It just didn't do well for some reason. Even though TikTok is very popular, it didn't do as well. And then I later on down the line, I found out why. So Instagram gives you insights on who watches, who clicks on your shit. Yeah, I get a lot of 15, 16, 18-year-olds that click on it. I do. But a lot of these people are 25 to 30.
Nice.
That's my demographic.
Yeah.
It's all millennial.
Millennials.
Yeah.
65% of my demographic is millennials. And they don't really fuck with TikTok like that. Millennials watch TikTok videos on Instagram.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then that's when I figured this isn't doing as well. And if I already don't have enough time to myself with just running an Instagram as it is, if this is not worth it, I really don't want to do this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just kind of close it.
So, has OnlyInNaples brought you with business connections and just connections for your future?
Yeah, absolutely. I've met a lot of cool people, a lot of awesome people. I've learned a lot as well. It was a really crazy learning process. Meeting a lot of people, you get to see a lot of different faces, a lot of different lives, and you just kind of get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Learn a lot about people. I learned a lot about marketing, businesses. I learned how to work with money and shit like that, you know, like how to really keep your money at that, you know, how to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, the most important life experiences you need
Yeah.
came from OnlyInNaples.
Dude, let me tell you, I've been down, bro. Like throughout this whole process, I was actually thinking about, I actually closed the page earlier this year for like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if
I didn't notice actually.
I
Interesting.
mean, I'm usually in touch.
Yeah.
I look at your stories every day.
Me too. They always show up first, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of shut it down for like 3 weeks.
It's like you stop posting.
Yeah, I shut it down. Like
Oh.
I deleted it. I pressed the delete button on it. The thing with Instagram is that you could undelete it within like a certain amount of time.
30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 days.
So-
But I deleted it at that time because I was like, fuck it. I was at the lowest of the low, bro. So I honestly was going to delete it. But 3 weeks later, I felt better, and I was kind of happy I didn't. I just reactivated it again. But yeah, I've been at the lowest of the low, and it's been kind of hard sometimes to run the page because you kind of got your own personal shit you're dealing with too.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got to go read fucking 100 DMs while you're going through your personal shit too. And then you got to talk to businesses and act like it's all good while you're going through your own shit too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been like a crazy ass fucking roller coaster with this shit, dude.
You find it difficult to kind of separate sometimes emotions from business, or?
Not so much that. It's just I think I'm pretty good at that. It's just like sometimes it just gets difficult. You
Right,
get what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
just generally.
Yeah.
I've had to sit in a meeting with like, how do I say this? With an X important person in an X important place in Naples. I've had to sit in a meeting with these people, after I've just had the shittiest fucking day of my life, literally 15 hours before.
Wow.
You know? So, and I have to act like it's all good. Like, I'm chilling. Like, yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, business is number one. You know, like,
Right.
feelings are important too, but business is number one. And you just got to remember that when you're going through this shit. But yeah, I've had to go through some serious shit and act like it's all good. And a lot of people that know me personally, not my best friends. My best friend knows how it really is. But a lot of people that know me, they're like, bro, it must be like fucking awesome type shit. Like, you must have like a lot of popularity. And honestly, I don't, because like, it's a page. It's a page. It's not like only in Rick's Naples. You know, it's only in Naples. If you look at the page, not once have I ever posted my face.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been about.
Like, it's never been about me. So like, a lot of people think like I have like a real solid, dope life, and I do, honestly. But like, it's hard, just like everybody else's life. You know, like, it's hard as fuck. Just like your life, everybody else's life. You know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like everyone wants to know what the face of OnlyInNaples actually is. Here it is.
Right here, man. Yeah, right here, man.
It's cool though, because do you feel sort of a sense of pride that you kind of represent Naples a little bit? Your page?
I feel pride in the fact that I started something people can have pride in. Not necessarily that I'm the face of Naples or nothing. I'm just Rick Sanchez, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because like a lot of my friends, they call me, my name is like literally Rick Sanchez. So you can imagine the jokes that they tell me and stuff like that, like Pickle Rick and all that stuff. But yeah, like, I'm just Rick, dude. Like, I'm not Naples. Like, I'm happy to run the page. I'm happy that everybody has something to be prideful in, because I've had people DM me like, dude, before you started the page, I fucking hated this fucking city. I thought it was like lame as fuck. And honestly, when I first moved here in 2012, and I came from Miami, bro. I kind of hated it here too. When I first moved here, it was very different.
Old people.
It was very different back then, you know? Like, it's not like how it is now that you guys have a shopping plaza on every fucking corner.
Right.
Back then, we had one thing for one thing, one gas station, one fucking Kmart, one Walmart. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like how you guys have it now.
Yeah.
If it was how it was now, I would have loved it, but it's not how it was now. It was different, so I had a really hard time assimilating here. And it took me a while to see the good in Naples. And I think because it took me a while to see the good in Naples, I really appreciate Naples for what it is now. I came from the East Coast. I came from traffic. I came from clubbing. I came from drugs. I came from gangs. I came from all that shit over there in the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And maybe a lot of kids in Naples are like, oh, that's where it's at, though. Like, I want to live over there and stuff. I've already done it, bro. I already did all that shit. I've been going ham since I was 16, bro, like nonstop. And I stopped when I moved to Naples, and I think that's why it took me a while to assimilate. But I really love what Naples is, bro. Like, if you want to go clubbing, you have your clubs, but it's not bad. You really don't have crime here. If you want to go to the beach, go to the fucking beach. It's right there. Miami has a beach too. You get what I'm saying? If you really want to go to that life, you go to Miami 2 hours away. It's in a perfect spot in Florida, bro.
Yeah.
And you guys have it so good. Sometimes I wish I would have gone to school over here, to be honest. Yeah. Like, you guys have it so good here.
It is pretty good.
It's kind of the charm of Naples that a lot of people who are born and raised here kind of don't. I feel don't realize that what they've got, because I mean I can kind of relate to you, because when I used to live up north, you know, the cold weather in the city, there's always a bunch of problems. And now down here it's like really calm environment. It's always.
I don't know how you get. Like you were born and raised here, right?
Yep.
You have it so. You guys have it really, really good here, bro. And like, I know at times that can get boring, but it's not boring at all. If you really
not at all.
Look at what you guys have to offer here, you know. Mm-hmm. We have the same shit in the East Coast. You guys have here is just more crowded, and you know, you guys have, if you guys want to go, and you guys have a big fishing culture here. That's what I like.
Oh, I love fishing.
You guys have like a huge fishing culture here too. So like, you guys have a lot of cool stuff to do over here too, and I feel like you guys can walk down the street knowing you're not gonna get mugged, knowing you're not.
Definitely, it's definitely the safest community.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And I've lived in Orlando. I lived in Miami. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. I lived in Oviedo, which is just north of Orlando, and Naples is top notch, bro. Top notch.
Oh,
Weather, people. You got Pine Ridge gets bad, but let's be real.
Yeah.
It's not compared to anywhere of the traffic in Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers, Miami. You know, it's Naples has traffic, but it's nothing compared to anything else, bro. I love it down here.
Yeah.
What do you think of let's say the expansion of Naples and all the new apartments and hotels that are coming in and taking over old downtown Naples?
I feel like it's good and bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those people that kind of leans towards that, and I'm gonna tell you why. My parents live in the estates, out in the boonies, which it's no longer the boonies anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit out there now. They're actually building like something similar to what do you guys know what they built on 951 and Immokalee? Like that shopping plaza with the apartments?
I've seen that.
Well, they're building another one on Randall and Immokalee. So I feel like if you're gonna build shit like that, which is inevitable, build it there.
Yeah.
Don't build it out in the boonies. Build it in downtown Naples. Build it in East Naples. Build it in Park Shore. Build it like there's already shit. There's so much space here you could like build up. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna build stuff like that, build it there. Don't build it where there's animals,
like
where there's fucking panthers crossing the road every day. Why would you build it out there? You know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Naples I feel as well is that here it's like it's not upwards expansion. It's more just want to keep
like deeper and deeper into the glades, bro. And I feel like that's bad.
That is bad.
I feel like I'm not a fan of crowded cities or growth, but I feel like I would rather have downtown Naples with high rises than have the estates with apartments. That is fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's ruining wildlife.
Exactly.
Yeah, and dude, I see every time I go to my parents, I see like dead raccoons, dead deer, dead fucking. I ran over bear, I ran over fucking panther off an oil well. It's like, and they have nowhere to go. You get what I'm saying? And I'm an animal enthusiast, bro. Like I used to sell fucking reptiles, so I loved animals and shit. So it kind of breaks my heart when I see all these animals out there. They have nowhere to go. You gotta I had posted a bear last week on fucking rattlesnake at 951. There was a panther the other day outside looking into somebody's house.
Yeah.
That was on 16th or whatever, I think 19th or something like that in the estates. Like these, like, and I feel like if they're gonna build something like that, it should be in downtown Naples.
Definitely.
Shame because that's their environment right there, you know.
Exactly.
And I feel like the more these coming decades, the more they're gonna want to expand further and further. I mean, it's gonna get somewhere where it's all the way in Alligator Alley. It's not even an Alligator Alley anymore because it's all just.
It just keep building closer and closer. Like Ave Maria is expanding.
Yeah.
Immokalee is gonna get a whole ass community right now in the boonies. Like I'm not talking about like a small community. He's gonna get a massive community right now, gated in Immokalee. Excuse me, in Immokalee City. And it's going to be fucking huge, bro. You're going to have animals going everywhere there. And Naples is doing the same thing. Once you pass DeSoto and Oil Well, you're going to see a lot of construction in between Ave Maria and Naples because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to connect all these places.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even on the road from, if you go to Miami through 41, you can already see that all this development where they're chopping down all these just big acres of just land just to build whatever.
Bro. Fucking, I think they got a Publix out there now and shit.
Yeah, they have
too.
Publix out there. It's crazy. It's insane.
That's
they got
fucking wild.
They got
a Publix,
and then they got
there,
the Indian
bro.
Reserve like right there next to it. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So like, I would definitely prefer if you're gonna build it, fucking build it in East Naples, build it in downtown Naples. Don't build it out there. Like you don't need people out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's Florida's land. Just keep it like that, right?
Yeah, bro. Keep it wild, you know.
Yeah.
So, again, back to if you want to really live off this account, sort of the monetization of it, how are you? What things are you taking into account before you do that?
My bills, number one, my bills. I have a lot of bills, really expensive bills. So I'm the kind of person I don't just like to get by. I like to have money to save. I like to have money to travel. I like to have money to go out to enjoy. You know. So if I'm right now I could quit my jobs and just have enough money to pay my bills. That would be straight. Cool. But then I won't have any money to save. I would need a lot more for that. I'm trying to live. You get what I'm saying? That's why I work two jobs. I like to live. I like fancy things. So.
Exactly. So, again, more streams of revenue. You've got the page itself through the advertisements. And that's how you monetize, right?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna get are you gonna do the merch again?
I was planning for late summer. so we're around there. Hopefully, if not, definitely fall. For sure.
What's your idea with the merch?
We'll start off with the shirt.
Just
A shirt?
Just something small.
With the blue design, like this?
Nah. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna get too detailed into it, but I don't want it to say only in Naples, because I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, I like fancy things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear a shirt that says only in Naples.
Yeah.
I want to wear something cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
So I want to make a cool shirt, and it'll have like a little logo on it. It won't say only in Naples though. I'm gonna make up my own logo.
There you go.
Put on it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that'll be the page, shirt, or whatever, merchandise, whatever the fuck. And then that would be its own brand in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not gonna put the blue logo. I mean, it's a cool logo. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I made it myself, but I wouldn't wear it, and I know if I wouldn't wear it, a lot of people wouldn't wear it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have plans for cool merch stuff and ideas.
What are some things that you do, for example, for the page that maybe you've thought that could make your life easier? If through the page, for example, maybe making a website for submissions that will automatically. I mean, just an idea off the top of my head, maybe a website for submissions that will automatically filter out some things, and then maybe even now you could utilize AI to help you with some of those
submissions
things.
As far as what?
For anything, like to post on your Instagram page, so you could filter out things that maybe you don't want to post, or the AI could also maybe give you automated response. I
don't know. I feel like I would still want to look at it myself.
Yeah.
I would still want to go through it myself. Because usually, like, I like to, like, reply to people. I like to, like, look at it. Because sometimes, like, there's shit that I personally would like to post myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, nah, I don't think I would use something like that. I think I would still like to filter it out myself.
Yeah.
It's very time consuming, but it comes with the territory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing you can go around it.
Well, knowing with all your jobs, do you feel like obsession is a key factor for, owning an account like that?
Drive, dude. Driving goals. Yeah. Like, my goal this year is 100K.
Yeah.
Hopefully
You're
I get there.
definitely going to make that.
You'll
You'll definitely make that.
I mean, we're in June. I'm at 62. We got a few more months to go. I'm trying to get to 100K.
It's hurricane season.
I don't want it that bad, though. I'm
That's
still my job right now, bro, and as well as everybody else.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah.
But maybe somewhere else in Florida, yeah, that would be cool. Just not down here.
Yeah.
Right.
we just got everything fixed.
Yeah, some of my job is still not fixed. I work at a beachside resort, bro. That's still pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. But
Ritz Beach is still
don't
closed.
worry. I feel like something in Naples happens, whether it's a wildfire, a fucking tornado, a riot, a hurricane. Yeah. Something's gonna happen that I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna get a lot of followers from it. So.
Yeah. So do just like experiences like that, does that mostly boost your following?
Big events like that, yeah. Just because like that's the most reshareable stuff. You're like a lot of these people share it to the friends in Miami, Cincinnati, New York, Boston, wherever the fuck. They're like, hey, look what's going on in Naples, and a lot of those people reshare it. Yeah. Those people reshare it until it gets a lot of reshares, a lot of views, a lot of likes. So yeah, big events do get big likes.
Yeah. Do you think shock factor is a big factor in pages like yours?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
From what I've been told, people have always had the impression that Naples is like really quiet. That there's really nothing that goes on here. So when I do post stuff, a lot of people are like, this isn't in Naples. Where is this? I'm like, oh no, that's in Naples. That's actually right off Pine Ridge, homie. Yeah.
That was 10 years ago, not now.
Yeah, no, this is a city now. You gotta understand too, you were a town 10 years ago. You were a little town 10 years ago. Right now you're not a town. But you have different portions of the city with their own fucking fire departments. Like, you're not a town. You're a fucking city with city traffic, city crime, city people. It's not as intense as it is in Broward, Fort Lauderdale, or Tampa, because those are major cities, but it's a small city.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have a lot of stuff that happens here. There's a lot of stuff I also cannot post on Instagram because of that.
Right.
Instagram rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I get a lot of shit sent to me that I myself, as a motherfucker that's from the East Coast, get surprised to see in Naples. I'm like, damn.
You know, one thing you could do with that, which I see a lot of people doing, is you can make like a Patreon page almost, where if you want to see that exclusive content like that, you know,
Yeah.
you pay a little bit of a subscription fee and you get to see all this.
Dude, no lie. You're like the 20th person to tell me that too. Honestly.
You'll make a lot of money doing that, because
So now I've been honestly thinking about it.
People would love to see that.
That's not
Yeah.
out of the question. It's
Yeah.
not out of the question at all.
I mean, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
because there's definitely I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you get sent that are
How about this on your podcast? Ask how many people would actually be cool with that idea and like actually participate in that idea. If like a lot of people tell me that they would go for it, I'll put the time and effort into starting it. You know what I'm
Comment
saying?
below.
Yeah.
Comment below.
combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll post it on our story. Yeah,
If it's worth the time and effort, I would do it.
yeah.
It's just I've started other stuff before where I thought like this should do really well and it doesn't. Trial and error. So if a lot of people were saying they'll be down, I'd do it.
So so for example, when they were doing the Cuban SOS protests and whatever, have you thought about you sometimes as the owner of the page, if you ever had time, going there in person, filming it yourself, like to get your own content kind of instead of just being sent most of your stuff, or is that just unnecessary for you?
I would if I had the time, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the day of those riots, I was at work, and then the day of the other stuff, I was at work. I lean towards a certain political party. It's the same political party most people in Naples lean
Yeah.
towards.
Yeah.
So I try not to get involved in certain things,
Mhm.
you know, because of my views. But yeah, a lot of it's just I'm busy anyways. So
Right.
I don't really have time for any of that anyways. I have my own shit going on.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking at it through the, I guess, a view of kind of journalism, but I know that you're more of a kind of lighthearted, or like kind of you're aiming for it to be more of a funny page, but also some news on the side, but also
I want it to be
some
informational, bro.
informational.
Yeah, like funny but also informative, bro,
Right.
you know? Like, and I'm not trying to express my political views on there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not trying to express your political views. I'm just letting you know what's going on in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I post Black Lives Matters rights. Sometimes I post Cuban rights. Sometimes I post, you know, shit that's going on that some people might or might not agree with in the state or in the government. And it's just whether you like it or not, it's happening. So
Yeah.
that's why I post it. I'm not trying to promote it. I'm not trying to tell you that you have to like it. I'm just letting you know what's going on in your city.
And once you do find the time, or maybe to make this full time, are you like considering kind of doing a little bit of like a journalistic type of thing where you could, if you obviously you'd have time to go to these events and get more footage for yourself for the page? And
That's a good one. I honestly haven't thought about that. Journalism's not my thing. It's a good thought. Honestly, it's like I said, this is as new to me as it is to you guys type of deal. So I'm still like learning my routes, what to take, what not to take, and stuff like that. So I haven't even thought about that route, but I'll consider it. You know,
yeah.
I already meet with businesses as it is. So I've thought about starting a page for Fort Myers. I've started about starting a food page for the area. I've thought about starting a lot of stuff, which I haven't moved forward with, just because I've ran polls on some of this stuff, and a lot of people will not go for that. They want to just see the stuff on the page. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff, if you look at my page, I have a little bit of everything. I have a little bit of businesses, a little bit of food stuff, a little bit of news stuff, a little bit of meme stuff. Because instead of making separate pages for all this stuff, I put it all into this community page. So I haven't really thought about doing all that, but I might as well. I mean, honestly, I already meet with a lot of people as it is.
Right.
It's a good question.
And do you meet with these like businesses for sponsorships and advertising for them, and you get paid for that? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense. So what would you recommend for maybe aspiring people that want to start pages like these for their own cities?
Honestly, man, find the pride. Find the one thing that everybody has pride in your city. You know, like in Naples, everybody takes pride when something like everybody, like I said, it has a big fishing culture. I took advantage of that situation. I posted a lot of stuff about fishing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my best friends are expert fishermen. They told me, I don't know shit about fishing. I grew up on the East Coast, but a lot of my best friends do. So, like, they told me, like, shit about fishing, and it catches people's attention. You guys care a lot about animals here. I start posting a lot about animals. You guys care a lot about the development here. I start posting about development. I take advantage of, like, what you guys take pride in here, you know?
Yeah.
Just look at what the majority take pride in your city. Post some of that, you know? And then aside from that, also post what's going on in the city. People always like to know what's going on in their city. I have a buddy that just moved to North Carolina. He moved to like a little shit town in North Carolina. It's like not really too many people there. He started his own page up there, you know? So, and he started it like 2 months ago, and it was the first of its kind. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, find something that your city doesn't have and start it, even if it's like a food page, a business page, you know, like a podcast page. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I know podcasts are very common in a lot of places, and Naples doesn't have too many podcasts.
Yeah, I've only seen like one or two.
Yeah. You know,
and most of the podcasts that are here are trying to aim for like very big audiences, whereas we're obviously going to want to expand in the future, but we're trying to be more of like a Southwest Florida kind of podcast. Yeah.
And
so you want to take a thank you for JVR Air Conditioning for sponsoring this video.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son.